My name is Bradley and Lilly, and I am from Chino Valley, Prescott area here in Arizona. 1982 Toyota Sunrader. They originally come two-wheel drive, and this one's been completely converted to a four-wheel drive, motor swap, transmission swap, and all that good stuff. The most unique feature about this particular Sunrader is I have a mini wood stove, and I plan on spending a lot of time in colder climates, and that's kind of why I did that. 2 years ago, I decided I wanted to live on the road full time, and so I started looking for a vehicle that I could stand up in. I started with a Toyota Chinook, and to me it was just too small. So I wanted something that I could turn into a four-wheel drive, get into some back road locations. I mean, I'm not going to get where the big Jeep guys are going, but I'm going to be able to get back there far enough. And that was kind of what inspired it, and it took me 2 years to build it. But one of the cool things about doing a build over a longer period of time, you really get a better value. Because I shopped for parts for 2 years and just collected them, and I saved so much money in doing that. I have approximately $18,000 in this entire rig, including purchasing the rig for $2,800. It was a junker. There was not much to it. If there's anything that I couldn't live without on this vehicle would have been the motor swap. Going to a 33-inch tire, doing the lift and all those kind of things, it just would not have done well with the original 4-cylinder motor. Okay, so for the interior, as you can see, I'm single, don't have anybody with me, so I have a 75-quart Dometic refrigerator as my passenger. I used all the original 4Runner shifters and everything, so I basically welded all that in from the original 4Runner to keep it more stock looking. And then I have both, your navigation and all that fun stuff, and KC lights and some other fun stuff to keep it going. Part of the big deal on refurbishing one of these is there's a lot of fiberglass that needs to be done. These originally have some wraparound windows in the front. They are notorious for leaking, so I had to learn to fiberglass. So I completely fiberglassed those in. I put new fiberglass in these and put all new access ports to make it easier to get in. And then coming around this way, I've got a diesel heater, so keeping the fuel on the outside was pretty important to me. I don't like the idea of having it elsewhere. This is just a big truck box that I found that has a nice side compartment with a top compartment. I had a motorcycle back here and decided I wanted the storage a little bit more than the motorcycle, so that had to go. Of course, it's got, the backup lights and all that fun stuff on it. Just a simple little table, Blackstone grill for my cooking, and it's got an outdoor shower on this side. I picked this up last year at Overland Expo. I've been looking for one of these, but as you can see, it's completely removable. So what I've done is just put some brackets on here. Comes off here, this all folds up and goes away into my storage, and allows me to have a nice outdoor shower. And my shower ports and all that good stuff are right here. I have perimeter lights, complements of KC highlights that go around the entire vehicle. So at night, if there's any critters that are out or anybody that shouldn't be there, right by my bed, I've got a switch and I can pop on all 6 lights and see what's going on. I jury-rigged a couple jerry cans on the outside that are lockable, and I only carry fuel in there when I'm going to be in a location where I know I'm going to need that extra. Oh, by the way, all this was done by myself, all the welding, the bumpers, everything I built myself. About my 3rd vehicle that I've built, and this is the last one. This is my McLean Metalworks hammock, and I absolutely love this thing. It folds up and literally just goes away and folds all inside. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like this. Bumper, winch, lights, 3/4 motor. Again, going back to the conversion. Kept it automatic, running Atlas springs and Fox shocks. And this thing rides like a Cadillac, even on some bumpy dirt roads. Well, I was living in a rental. I have a small business, and the landlord decided he wanted an Airbnb in Mexico. So he sold his house, and I was at a point where I was like, you know what? I know I'm gonna hit the road. I might as well do it now. So I tried to see if the business sold. It sold in a very short amount of time, and here we are. So we've been living on the road full time for 1 month. Well, when I originally got this, it was completely gutted. Basically you would be looking at nothing but fiberglass. And again, 2-year project. And so I like color. As you can see, I've got a lot of color in here. One of the main things that's really important to me was weight. Keeping the weight down as much as possible. I've used cedar where I could use cedar. I've used blue pine on all the cabinetry. I've kept the cabinetry open to keep from having extra drawer shelves and stuff, and everything stays in its place. If you look at these, I like my spices. These are metal, so I inserted small magnets into little walnut fittings that fit just like those, and they lock right in. They don't move, they don't jump around. I love L-track. I've got it all over the place. It allows me to hang my pots and stuff while I'm doing stuff here. Hang jackets, hang hats. The heaviest thing in here is probably the wood stove. It's only about 26, 27 pounds, but it's still a lot of weight. But it heats up this thing really nice. A lot of people think it probably overheats it. It really doesn't. I can open up windows and such and have a really nice setup. Again, open concept in the shelves. They have a little bit of a lip that keeps them up here. All my clothes are up here, keeping the weight down. Again, the area for seating is kind of neat. I made this so that this would slide. So it slides both to the front and to the rear, depending on how you want to sit yourself down here. So it keeps it out of the way or moves it the other direction. Also learned to sew, so all of these were done. They're all insulated. I've got a composting toilet that's hidden, and that takes care of all those duties. We've got a 3.2 cell lithium ion DIY battery setup, and I have 200 amp hours on the batteries and a 365 watt solar system, and that gives me plenty. It's been a fun project. Like I said, this took me 2 years, so it really gave me some time to work on it and get it for what I wanted. It's not for everybody, but it works for me. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, follow me on Instagram and YouTube if you like. So this is Lily, my traveling companion. She's my 7-year-old Chorky. And you can follow our adventure and some of the build information on my Instagram handle, and that is Sunroamer Overland, and also on YouTube at Sunroamer Overland. You can follow us along and see what we're gonna do, where we're gonna go. Thanks for following.